Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw from Insider Travel Report, and here this time for Virtual Roadshow's Luxury Travel. This is the event we're having this week, and we have a fabulous panel of luxury cruise executives who can tell you all about their companies and their brands, one of which isn't even in the water yet, but we'll talk about that one. Anyway, let me introduce them, please just raise your hand when I mention your name. First, I have from Seabourn, Steve Smotrys, who's Vice President, Sales and Trade Relations. And then from Regent Seven Seas, I have Eric Schmit, who's Director of Business Development. From Celebrity Cruises, Jennifer Suarez, who's Associate Vice President, National Accounts. From Explora Journeys, Kathy Liu, who's the Business Relationship Leader, Southeast. From Oceania Cruises, Tricia Wolf, Vice President Sales. And last but not least, from Silversea, Marcus Kenny, who's Director of Business Development and Agency Sales, the Americas. So let's get started. And I guess the first thing, I'm going to give you each a chance to quickly talk about your companies and your cruise line in brief and why it should be considered as catering to luxury travelers, although I think most of us know here and most of the folks out there know exactly who you are. But let's start with you, Steve. Seabourn, tell us a little bit about that quickly, and then we'll get into more detail later.
Thanks, James. Well, Seabourn really started the whole ultra luxury cruise segment, but we really kind of think of it as a private resort at sea. We are all inclusive. Our ships are they're small ships, but not too small, ranging between 450 guests and 600 guests. Really sailing all over the world. And what really makes Seabourn special in our minds is what we call Seabourn moments. And there are these intuitive moments that we create that are kind of surprise and delight that go beyond what guests are expecting. And, I think when it comes to luxury, it's all about the service.
That is absolutely true. Let's move to Eric from Regent Seven Seas. Tell us a little bit about Regent Seven Seas.
Yeah, great. Thank you, James. And with Regent Seven Seas Cruises, we've been around for 30 years. Carrying no more than 732 guests, in spacious and stylish ships to really the most luxurious destinations around the world. We visit over 450 ports. To be honest, it's easier to tell you where we don't go than where we do. And something that really sets us apart is not only the unrivaled space at sea that we offer, just because of, the spacious suites, all suite, all balcony, but it's actually our value proposition, the all-inclusive, Regent promise, where everything from your business class air, your shore excursions in every single port, to your food and beverages, the gratuities, dry cleaning, Wi-Fi, you name it, we include it, with the exception of, the spa or the casino. So with us, it's that all-inclusive value that really sets us apart.
And that is true with all the folks here. Most of it is very focuses on all-inclusive. Now we're going to turn to Celebrity Cruises, which is kind of, I won't say the new kid on the block because we got another new kid on the block, but in terms of a bit larger cruise experience, and you guys have sort of been entering the luxury market, marketing in that area in the last couple of years. And I just got off Celebrity Beyond, and I think you have a good argument. You are a luxury cruise line, but tell us a little bit about Celebrity today.
Thank you for that. And I have to admit, I'm very thrilled to be amongst this group of amazing professionals and lines. But to your point, I think we are the largest on this particular call in terms of what we provide and the size of our ships. We do have some smaller ships, some smaller vessels in the Galapagos, but the majority of our ships are in the larger category. But what we provide on board is absolutely incredible. So during the pandemic, we really took a step back and reemerged as new luxury. It's not the traditional luxury, although it does include incredible amenities in our pricing. We also have now a cruise-only option, but the service, the cuisine, the design of our ships are truly in that category. When you feel like you're walking on board, you feel like you're walking into a really cool W hotel or a really cool the Wynn in Las Vegas. That's the kind of cool new luxury that we provide our guests on board.
No, absolutely. And again, I had a chance to experience that for the first time in a while. Now let's get to the real new kid on the block, Explora Journeys. You don't even have a ship in the water yet, Kathy, but tell us a little, you got a second one that just laid a keel, so that's good.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about Explora Journeys.
Well, thank you, James, and great to see you, and thank you for hosting all of us here today. Explora Journeys is a brand new luxury line that is coming out with the first of many vessels. The first one is out May of 2023. And what sets us apart is that we've adapted the art of listening for, creating ample space, privacy, services for travelers alike. And for our travel partners, we, believe it or not, without a ship being in the waters, we've already started paying commission. So I think that's a good sign for all of our partners out there.
Yeah, travel advisors appreciate that. Even if you don't have a ship in their water, you pay commission. They love that.
They love it. So it's a great new industry first, and we're very proud to adapt that. And nevertheless, we are, like I said, we are a brand new cruise line, very large ships that carry up to 900 guests, and, more to come. We're all in brand building mode, and there's just so much more to detail out as we move.
Well, we'll be looking forward to it about roughly a year from now, maybe a little less. So we'll see what happens. Now, let's go to Tricia Wolf from Oceania Cruises. Tell us a little bit about Oceania. Again, I have to tell you, Oceania, I once asked your chairman, Frank Del Rio, why isn't Oceania luxury? He said, because it's high premium. And you guys still keep going up into that luxury category because of your food and your accommodations. But tell us why people should consider you luxury.
James, you're right. 19 years ago, I think we cornered the market as being upper premium. But as we continue to evolve, we're looking at every way we can possibly, compete with this wonderful group of cruise lines here today, in the little luxurious extras that we can offer on board, whether it's our intimate and luxurious ships from our suites and staterooms to our curated travel experiences. We're constantly looking for new ways to evolve as guests are looking for that experiential journeys, to be able to experience something different, to be able to post it on Facebook and show, hey, I went, truffle hunting. And then, of course, our exquisitely crafted cuisine. And I, from the very beginning, and I can say that because I was one of the original Oceania sales team members, we have focused on our cuisine, like many of you all here today, but really want to try to evolve as we continue to move forward. And so, again, we have the tagline, your world, your way. And that's where I think the luxury comes in, because a guest can decide what their luxury is each day.
No, absolutely. Now, I want to move to another line that I just got off a latest new ship, Silver Dawn, Silversea. Marcus, can you tell us a little bit about Silversea and where you are right now?
Thank you, James, and hello to all the other panelists, and hello to all of our travel partners. Silversea is an absolute luxury cruise line that goes to over 900 destinations on all 7 continents, giving you and your clients unprecedented choice. And we do this through a collection of 11 classic and expedition ships that range in guest capacity from 100 to now 723. And we're constantly looking for product innovations, such as our new salt program, which allows your clients to immerse themselves in the culinary characteristics of all the ports that they visit. And then just introduced on the Silver Dawn, we've offered a new innovative spa program called Oceania, where we're enhancing the bubble bath experience, the sleep experience, providing a whole new range of spa services. And then finally, we are leading the industry with advancements in environmental initiatives with our new brand new ship, the Silver Nova.
No, absolutely. And I was lucky enough to get Oceanized, I guess it would call. It's a great spa program, and it's very different, and also experience your salt thing for the first time. Let's stick with you, Marcus. Let's talk about that. What makes for a luxury cruise today? I mean, we bandy around the word luxury so much, and a lot of you here, there are new ships. There are some brands that everybody knows. There's a new brand. We have a larger ship ship brand that's coming into the market. What should travelers and their travel advisors look for? And also, why is a luxury cruise really a lot more affordable than people think?
Well, I think the first answer to your question is attention to detail. I believe a true absolute luxury experience is about the detail the personalization to the preferences of the guests. So all of our suites have a dedicated butler, and then they will learn the characteristics of the guests and how to surprise and delight them and ensure that their experience is customized and personalized for them. And then on the travel advisor side, it is all about the return on investment for the amount of time that they spend per booking.
Now, and actually, I always have to figure out what to do with my butler. That's one of my issues whenever I go on board. I've had a few lately, and I'm like, they were great, but I gotta figure out how to communicate with them sometimes. But we'll see what happens there. Now, I want to talk. Let's move to Tricia Wolf at Oceania. Now, what makes for a luxury cruise today? I mean, you got culinary, you got suites, you got everything else, and I'm sure you have butlers too. But what makes for it? And also a little bit, I think a lot of people think, oh, I can't afford, luxury travel advisors. My client can't afford that. But boy, some of the programs you all are putting in the market right now, it's pretty affordable to do, just upgrade a little bit to get into that luxury category.
Absolutely, James. And I think that, so with Oceania, we're not an all suite cruise line. And that allows for, many guests to decide what they're interested in. Some guests like to travel in an Insider Ocean View stateroom and spend, a little bit more on the experiences that I spoke about earlier. Some enjoy the finer things in regards to the suites and staterooms. And so we'll tend to upgrade into one of our penthouse suites or Oceania suites that do afford them, the extras, in each of those suites. But what also makes it affordable is that, again, because we're not an all suite, we have different price points. And we also have a wonderful promotion going on right now called Old Life Ultimate. And it allows the guests to include what originally was a choice. So they can include their shipboard credit, some shore excursions, a beverage package. And as we go back to what Marcus said, it's the attention to detail that really comes into play with what a guest is actually looking for. Some may want to enjoy the spa. Some may want to, take a wonderful experience. It's all up to them. And that's where across the board, we cruise lines here today can allow for any guest to be able to experience that.
Now I want to turn to Kathy. Kathy, you got Explora Journeys. You have a chance to redefine what luxury is here because you're just launching. You can make it up as you go along, I guess, at this point. But what is luxury today on a cruise ship, according to Explora? And how is it really kind of more affordable than people think?
Yeah, thank you, James. In our opinion, what makes it easy is a company or cruise line that is easy to do business with, that as well as to support and sell. It goes both ways. In general, to what Eric mentioned earlier, cruising in general is a huge value proposition. I mean, with today's market rates for hotels and resorts being so expensive, you can experience so much more on a cruise ship, whether it's with Explora or with another line. But I believe everyone here is an all-inclusive product where we are offering, whether it is Wi-Fi gratuities, food and beverages are all included. So again, just breaking that down, taking the time to understand it, breaking it down and realizing that, wow, luxury cruising is a great way to experience a fantastic vacation or holiday.
No, absolutely. And I think that is one thing that travel advisors need to explain to their clients, that when you get up into your category here, the all-inclusive part of it, you're not going to get a big bill at the end of the cruise. So that's something I think needs to be cited. Now, I'm going to turn to Jennifer at Celebrity. And of course, you have you're kind of, you said the new luxury, you're kind of redefining luxury cruising right now because it's bigger ships, it's more food options, you still have your suites, and it's kind of, and also a ton more entertainment than, because you have bigger theaters and everything else. But talk a little bit about what luxury is for Celebrity.
I think what luxury is to most people and everybody that's spoken so far the customization, the personalization, the service. But at the end of the day, it's really about quality, right? The quality of the design of the ship, the quality of the food experience, of the shows, even the casino experience. We think through every last little detail. You were just on Beyond. I'm sure you saw the incredible artwork. I mean, nobody would think that they walked off a ship and were talking about the incredible artwork on the ship. And it was something that I personally took pictures of, which I've never done in any hotel ever. But I really think it has a lot to do with just the quality of the experience, the quality of the services on board. And then what we're also seeing are specifically from our top clients is that they're looking to align their purchases with a company that has a moral compass close to theirs. And so those who care about sustainability, those that care about the diversion inclusion efforts of the world, it matters to them. And so I encourage all of you, if you don't follow Captain Kate, she is the captain of Celebrity Beyond and is just literally walking the walk, talking the talk of everything we believe in as a company.
No, I just met her a week ago. So very nice lady and very, very great crew. That's for sure.
Amazing.
Let's turn to Eric from Regent Seven Seas. You guys have been, I think your tagline is the world's most luxurious ship ever built. I was a member on the first one, and now you got a second one. I think COVID interrupted. I was supposed to go on one, and it didn't happen because of the COVID situation the last 2 years. But you've been trying to redefine luxury too.
Oh, we sure have. So, and you're right. Yeah, with the launch of Seven Seas Explorer, we kind of tagged her the most luxurious ship ever built. And the only way to top it was to kind of build Seven Seas Splendor. And she truly is an unbelievable ship as well. Another amazing vessel. But something that just to echo what everybody else has been saying, what a luxury cruise is today really is, allowing customizability in a world of choice. On all of our lines, everything's included. There's no lines. There's no waiting. And really, because luxury means a lot of different things to a lot of people, but it's a culmination of, the hardware and the software, and that attention to detail, like a few folks have mentioned already, really is of utmost importance. And jumping back to what should advisors be looking for, with their guests. And I think Kathy mentioned it. If you look at hotels and airlines and land-based trips these days, and just how the price have skyrocketed, the value proposition of a luxury cruise really is second to none. And if, say, your guests break it down at even a per day cost, it's an unbelievable value. It might even be, lower cost than what hotels are going for.
That I would believe. I would believe. Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right. And that is the value proposition of a luxury cruise. Let's turn to Steve. Seabourn's been around. I don't know. I got to figure out whether you guys are the kind of historically oldest or not, or whether it's Silversea. I can't think it's you guys. To be honest with you, I mean, we don't have Canard here, so we can't go back too much farther. But tell us a little bit about how, and also tell us about how your definition of luxury has evolved.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Seabourn is the oldest in this category, going back to 1987. So a lot of experience in this segment. Yeah, and all my colleagues here on this panel really mentioned some really important factors. And I think that's the beauty of this segment right now, that there's so much choice. So no matter what the guest is looking for, they're going to have that choice. But I think for us, the important qualities to have in a great luxury experience are choices, absolutely, all inclusiveness. I think people are looking for more intimate experiences. So I think the size of the ship can matter to a lot of guests. Not only the size of the ship and the number of guests on board, but also the ability to go into smaller, more intimate ports. I think that's also very important to a lot of guests. And then from just, I think, a style of the service, everybody here is going to be delivering great service on board their ships. And I think it's all a little bit different. A couple of these experiences have butlers, and some people really like that more kind of formal experience on board. We don't have butlers because we don't think it fits our style. We're a little bit more relaxed, we're a little bit more country club in tone of the service on board. So instead of that, for our service for our suites, we've got a team of two. So we have a suite host and a suite attendant. And they basically will do everything a butler would do. It's just really, I think, that connotation of how you describe it. And really, everybody on board the ship is empowered to do anything our guests ask. So we've really made that shift. That's been in the last couple of years. in terms of how we're delivering the service on board. So, but I think all inclusiveness, intimacy of the size of the ship and the way you deliver the service are really important.
Steve, we're going to stick with you, so you don't have to follow everybody else on this one. But very much luxury is now considered experiential. I've heard that word so much, and
sure.
And also very destination focused. But tell us a little bit about the experiences and the things that luxury travelers can find on a Seabourn luxury cruise.
Yeah, we also think of Seabourn as active luxury. So one of the unique features that we have on board our ships is the back of our ship opens up to what we call the Marina Day. And so we will basically anchor in like a beautiful cove somewhere in the Caribbean or the Mediterranean. And then we launch a lot of water activities like paddle boards and banana boats and things like that. So I think people don't really think of that, of having that kind of really active experience. We also do what we call a signature experience of ours is called Caviar in the Surf. Mm-hmm. And we do a beach day on a private beach. We do with barbecuing lobster and then the highlight is they bring out caviar and champagne on a surfboard and everybody kind of wades into the water. So it's those kind of like fun experiences that are what we call signature Seabourn experiences. But I think a lot of times you get a little bit of a stigma of what a luxury cruise might be, that it might be a little bit stuffy, but there's so much to do. And I think, all my colleagues on this panel will probably describe all these great spectrum of different things that you can do. But we have things like deck parties, but also like high-end cuisine dining experiences. But I think people, back to what are people looking for when it comes to luxury? They're looking for a choice and they're looking for different options.
Absolutely. Now, I want to turn to Marcus. Silversea, sort of the same question about the experiences that Silversea delivers. You talked a little bit about the culinary, about the spa. You've got destinations, and you're kind of split into an expedition unit of half your fleet, and half the fleet is the traditional, like the one I just got off, the Silver Dawn. But talk a little bit about the experiences you deliver.
Where do I begin? The first thing that comes to mind is the experiences that you would have on an expedition ship. So, for instance, in Antarctica, the luxury experiences that you would have is the amazing whale watching, where you could see 3 different species of whales, the bird watching, 4 different species of penguins. In the Galapagos, the luxury experience you will have is you will snorkel with sea lions, and if you're lucky, hammerhead sharks. And then after that amazing experience, you get to go back to the luxury ship and enjoy the onboard amenities, the dedicated butler in your suite. And then again on the classic ship, we have the SALT program, which includes an interactive experience where you will have a chef actually teach you how to create one of the dishes from the amazing ports that you're visiting. We have shoreside SALT experiences. And then again, with the Oceania luxury experience, we're just taking the spa experience to a whole new level of personalization and then creating these really unique moments. So you could be sailing Alaska or the Arctic, and then we have the balcony experience. Well, they'll bring you an Oceania bathrobe where you get cozy on the balcony, and then you can enjoy a nice hot chocolate. So really the possibilities are endless for luxury experiences on Silversea.
Well, actually, those bathrobes are pretty good. I know that. And also, I think I made a Portuguese soup and sandwich when I was in the SALT. And I guess it was okay. I ate it myself, but we'll see what happens there. Now, Eric, I want to turn to you, sort of the same thing about the experiences you deliver. And I know you really focus on fine dining, on all kinds of things. I've been on the original, first one. I wasn't on the most recent one because of COVID, but it really is, a lot of different focus on cuisine.
Correct. Yeah. And again, with us, we understand that while our guests, of course, love our all-inclusive offerings and those superior service standards that we offer, But really the main reason that they do travel is to discover and explore. And one of our brand pillars really is, immersive exploration. And, some folks think, it's a bit of a buzzword in the industry, but I mean, we truly do mean it. And we always have to up our game just because we do include free unlimited shore excursions just to improve those tours and have kind of a more immersive exploration while they're visiting the port. So some samples are like the Behind the Design or Eco Connect tours that just enhance to our free shore excursion programming, which we already have an unbelievable menu whether it be your Regent Choice tour, your Gourmet Explorer tours, wellness tours, things like that. But again, circling back, it always touches on, delivering that unbelievable dining experience and just an amazing atmosphere on board where our staff really anticipate your needs and deliver.
Absolutely. Now, Tricia, let's talk a little bit about Oceania, and obviously you're also focused on culinary, and I've seen a few nice pieces of artwork on Oceania too, but that's another story. But yeah, there's a lot of experiences that guests can deliver, but tell us some of them.
Well, that artwork is quite impressive when you think about, our president having gone and literally picked out most of that artwork on board. But in regards to what can a guest experience, so there is something called the element of surprise, that we don't want everyone to know everything about what takes place on board the cruise ships, because we want the guests to come on board and be surprised with the little things that happen. Mm-hmm. But there is so much to offer. James, you said it, with our culinary experiences. You can start in our culinary center and have a wonderful 90-minute culinary experience and then turn it into a discovery tour. So you could go out into the fresh markets with one of our chefs and learn about the herbs and the seafood. They'll take you to a seafood market and then come back and make something with it and try it yourself if you like, if you feel comfortable. We have our artist loft on board as well. That is really great because, again, there's a lot of guests on board that have different hobbies. And so some may not be into the culinary aspect. So then you have our artist loft or our spa treatments. Artist loft is really great because you can learn how to paint if you want and follow step by step with one of our artists in residence. We have our spa treatments. I think one of our wonderful experiences is to enjoy Pilates along Monte Carlo Bay. And, again, you're taking that experience off the ship that you would normally have. And as Eric said, immersing yourself into that particular town. But I also feel that with Oceania, we try to offer, so sometimes you'll have cruise lines where you have a few days at sea, and Oceania tries to have as few days at sea because we want you all to experience the destinations. And I think what makes it great is you'll find that Oceania has an itinerary, a sailing for everyone, where we may spend, we may be in Monte Carlo from 8 a.m. until 11 o'clock in the evening. Allows for a guest to have dinner off the ship if they want. Although I have to tell you, many of our guests come back from their shore excursions, have dinner on board Oceania because of our cuisine, and then might pay a donation later on in the evening. But again, it just allows for a guest to realize what their luxury is and visit boutique ports and the marquee ports all at the same time.
And absolutely, destination is all encompassing. And I was just in Monte Carlo, and I wish I was in Monte Carlo at the end of this month, but that's another story. But I think.
But did you pay a donation?
No, I didn't yet. No. So I'd actually that was a christening. So Jennifer, I want to talk to you a little bit about celebrity and the experiences you deliver. Obviously, I think one of the sort of major difference, because you are larger, is the entertainment. At least that's from my experience, and what you can deliver entertainment on the entertainment front.
So on the entertainment front, and you saw Beyond, so it was pretty incredible. The screen in our theater is just absolutely amazing, and how it kind of works into the whole production was just beautiful. And again, it goes to the quality of the design of all of it. One of the, I think, most important experiences that luxury guests are looking for is exclusivity, right? Whether it be to sit down in a certain area in the show or on the ship itself. And we created the retreat, which is where all of our suites are located on the ship. And it's really that ship within a ship feel. Now they have their own restaurant. They have their own pool deck area. I mean, it's just its own area of the ship. And what's amazing about it is that they can leave that area and the rest of the ship is of the same quality and the same design, yet they have that exclusive area that they can enjoy just on their own. And so it's a little bit of a mix of they can enjoy the entire ship. They can enjoy the great evening activities and go to the martini bar at night and go to these amazing shows and other restaurants. Specifically, I don't know if you got to try Daniel Boulud's restaurant at sea with us, but they can go and do all that crazy stuff and enjoy the nightlife of the ship, but then they can also relax in their exclusive area during the day or in the evening as well in the retreat.
Well, actually, unfortunately, I did not get to Daniel Boulud because we were only on for 2 nights. Someday I'll become a part of the chosen because I did it when you promoted that ship a few years ago. I got to go to the real Danielle.
Nice.
A wonderful evening. But I had some colleagues that did go to Danielle, and it is, the only Danielle Boulud at sea. But it is a great experience. But you also have a lot of other great dining experiences, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the cruise lines that we have here for culinary. I mean, this is going to be crazy. And let's move to Kathy. What are the experiences you're planning actually right now, because you still got a year left.
We do.
Before, and I'm in terms of culinary, spa, everything else, what are going to be the experiences on board?
Well, for Explora 1, again, she's out May of 2023. She will, aside from the onboard life, she will start out in the Mediterranean and she'll work her way over to the US. So you're going to see her itineraries for the first year already out and bookable. But on board, this is where the magic happens. We, again, just under 64,000 tons, carrying 900 guests, all suites, all terraces, suites as large as the lead-in suite starts at 377 square feet. It goes up to 3,014 square feet. It is incredible. That's as large as a house, definitely larger than my apartment here. But nevertheless, this all plays into the art of listening. Like I mentioned earlier, space comes with privacy. Privacy means 4 pools, 64 cabanas, 9 dining options from all-day dining international style to a steakhouse to Pan-Asian, Mediterranean, so much more. We have up to 10 lounges, massive real estate on board for our spa, an art gallery. We're talking about, bringing culture back on board. We'll have an art gallery, a casino. There's just so much that there is to offer. And even something as little as Wi-Fi. We have routers in every suite. So that way the working guests can still check in on their business or, check emails and stay connected on social media.
No, absolutely. And that, for me, Wi-Fi is all important, as you might guess.
Yeah.
And I that is really crucial. And if you don't have that today, it's really missing out, I think, from a marketing aspect too. Now, I want to combine the last 2 questions here. First, how can travel advisors work with you to kind of plan great luxury cruise vacations for their clients on your cruise ships? And also give us the points of contact, URLs, et cetera, where we can find out more and actually work with you. I'm going to start with you, Eric. So how can travel advisors, luxury travel advisors, the folks that are attending this show, work with you to kind of make it happen?
So the most important thing, in my opinion, really is to listen to your customers. If they're saying things like, no lines, no waiting, that should immediately turn you on to putting them onto a luxury line. And of course, there's the right ship for every guest. But once you do kind of identify that they're a luxury customer, reach out to myself, a member of my team, because we are more than happy even to set up a consultation with you and your customer just to walk you through and introduce, Regent Seven Seas Cruises. And the best way to get in touch with us is just visiting our website at www.rssc.com or giving us a call at 866-720-4111.
Great. Now, Steve, same question. How can travel advisors work best with you and your team? And also, how do they get in touch with you?
Yeah, I think it's all about qualifying your guests and finding out what they're looking for. Obviously, they're looking for luxury experiences, but whether it's looking for wellness or culinary or experiential travel, we'll be launching our first purpose-built expedition ship, which will be an uncompromising expedition experience. So you'll have all the qualities you will in any luxury experience on any of our ships, but then you'll also get all of the experiences that the best expedition ships in the world can deliver. So, depending on what they're looking for, I think you qualify them and then, find the right experience, and Seabourn can deliver a lot of those experiences, which I mentioned, world-class wellness, world-class culinary, and experiential. Also, kind of a way to think about also, I know there's a lot of, unfortunately, Crystal and the news that happened there, those guests are looking for a new home. There was great loyalty there. We have an offer for those guests looking for a new home because we think the onboard experience and the service level is very similar in Seabourn. So we do have a great offer there for those guests looking to try a new experience. But in terms of working with us, you can reach out to me or my team. We are growing our sales team every single day. We're bringing more and more staff and team members on board. But I think the best resource is to go to Go Seabourn, and that is our travel advisor portal with everything you need there from marketing to our latest offers.
Absolutely. And you mentioned something that's interesting here, because there's at least three of your lines here also have expedition cruising aspects to them. You're going to have a new one. Silversea obviously has a new one, and Celebrity has its Galapagos. So that is now luxury as well. Let's move to Marcus. How can travel advisors best work with you to make sure they have the right fit for your line, and also give us some of the ways they can connect with you?
Thank you, James. I would say the best way to work with Silversea Cruises is to know your sales team. And we have field representatives dedicated to each of you. And additionally, we have 2 inside sales reps, a business development specialist who will help activate and onboard new travel advisors. And then we have an account executive that is focused on advisor success, understanding how to navigate the organization and how to access key resources so that you deliver excellent service and differentiate yourself as a service provider. And then, of course, experience the ship. Take advantage of a FAM opportunity. And if you are on our distribution list, we send weekly newsletters. Explore. We recently announced a FAM program for this summer in Alaska and the Baltics. And in that Explore newsletter was a link to apply. So your relationship with your field representative and your inside sales reps, and also receiving all of our dedicated newsletters, will give you access to these opportunities. Plus, there's a wealth of online resources, such as our website, the search itineraries, my.silversea.com, which is our online booking platform, and also our portal to Marketing Central, where you can create customized digital marketing campaigns.
Absolutely. Thank you, Marcus. And let's turn to Kathy, Explora Journeys. I mean, you're out there and you're connecting with travel advisors, especially now. I mean, you're trying to sell a product that's not out and that doesn't exist yet, but how can you work with advisors to make sure that they're going to deliver the right kind of customers for you?
To everyone's points thus far, qualifying your clients and knowing which guest fits on which cruise vessel is key. But also working your relationships to Marcus's point, knowing, having a relationship with your business development, a business relationship leader. Our team is growing, and just reaching out to any one of us, reaching out to our heads of sales. We are here to make your lives easier. We are here as your partners, our commitment to our travel advisors. We have 5 ways to make a booking, whether it is online, by calling, by emailing, and by appointment. And not only by appointment, where the travel advisor can make an appointment, and where we call you, we can even do a by appointment plus, where we are welcoming your client or the future guests on the call with us. All of this can be found on explorajourneys.com. And we are just excited to get out there and share this news with everyone that's out there.
Absolutely. It's always exciting to have a new line. And of course, we lost a line this year, as Steve mentioned. It's nice to have a new one coming in. Let's move to Jennifer, celebrity. How do you qualify? How can travel advisors work with you to qualify their clients and get the right guest on board? And also, what are the points of contact?
Absolutely. And to echo everyone's thoughts, our sales managers are absolutely the best resource for each and every one of you. We have kept our sales force whole this entire time, and they are reinvigorated. They're excited to continue to build your business. We've developed some new tools to help them with the marketing assets, and especially if their marketing teams are not back and up fully, we have amazing resources for them. In terms of getting information quick and easy, and I'll tell you that I have it up on my screen every single day, is thecelebritycommitment.com. That is our trade-focused website that has everything from promotions to deployment to information about private journeys, which is being able to provide a very exclusive shore excursion experience for a small group or a couple. So all of that is available on thecelebritycommitment.com, including all of our learning programs, access to cruisingpower.com, which then gets you to Espresso, our booking tool, and all of the incredible tools and training materials are all posted in there. In addition, if you don't know who your sales manager is, there is a listing also on thecelebritycommitment.com to get to the right person.
That's fantastic. Thank you. And last but not least, Tricia, we'll let you close it out about Oceania. How can travel advisors work with you better to qualify their clients, and also give us some points of contact?
So as I echo everyone here, I'm going to pinpoint a specific area with our sales team that I know everyone will also echo. What do salespeople like to do? They like to talk. And I will tell you that our sales team loves to talk about Oceania Cruises, as I'm sure everyone else's sales teams loves to talk about their product. So I would encourage you to reach out to your sales team. Everyone wants to have the exclusive. I would love to be able to talk to your clients about Oceania Cruises. We get goosebumps about it. It's why we love the position that they are all in. So I would encourage every advisor to reach out if you think you have a group of clients that might be interested in Oceania or another line. Reach out to them and talk to them about hosting a specific consumer event. That's where, again, all of us, and I can see on all of our faces, we're all excited about this because we're saying, yes, this is what we love to do. It's been 2 years. We are done with Zoom. We're ready to get out there. So reach out to us to set up that event. And again, if you don't know who your salesperson is, we have all of the resources on oceaniacruises.com/agent. You can contact your salesperson and they will get you to the right person. They will help you out. That's what they love to do, is help you build your business for the product that they work for.
Well, I want to thank all of you for joining us today. It's a big group, but it's a lot of great brands. Since we got almost we have pretty much it in terms of the luxury brands, new ones that have been around a while, ones that are building and putting in new ships, and ones that are moving into the luxury space. So it's really great to see all of you here. It's great to be back. I know this is Zoom, and I'm sure we'll see each other in person soon. But I want to also urge all of you out there, all of our luxury travel advisors attending, that you can actually find out more by going to the exhibition booths on the virtual floor of our conference, and you can ask questions, get materials and everything else. And you've already heard all of the folks here telling you the ways to get in touch with their sales team if you want to look into all these wonderful products even further. Again, thank you so much for being with us today, and good luck. I think it's going to be a great year.